Are you looking for a Wi-Fi 6 router that's small enough to travel with, but also provides the security of VPN? Well, I think I have something for you. Stick around. Hey, what's up everybody? It's HAVOK. Good to see you again. Today, we're going to take a look at this, the TP-Link WR1502X. This is a ultra portable travel router with Wi-Fi 6 capabilities. Let's go ahead and get unboxing. Okay, something to note before we dive into this. This video is only going to be an unboxing. I intend to make a complete series based on this device. We'll go into a whole breadth of things that include logging in and looking at the actual UI, looking at the different features of the UI and the router itself, how to set different things up. But just note this one, we're just going to unbox it and take a look at it. TP-Link Wi-Fi 6, the AX1500. It is the model number TLWR1502X. On the side of the box, we go into some details. Type-C power port. That's awesome because most all the cables you carry now are going to be Type-C. You have a USB 2.0 port there. You can plug in maybe like an external hard drive or potentially a printer if anybody is taking a printer with them on travel, I guess. But that is for the file storage of a USB device or an external USB hard drive. It'll also do wireless tethering. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then we have 2 gigabit ports over here. Convenient if you want to plug in multiple devices. I'm guessing we can do, yeah, so it says WAN and LAN. So you'll plug your WAN into one if you have a WAN connection, and then you can plug like your laptop or other device that has a network connection to the other if you wish. So here for our wireless specifications, we have a 1201 megabits per second on 5G or 300 megabits per second on 2.4G. We can go router, 3G, 4G, USB modem, USB tethering, hotspot, access point, range extender, client mode. There's a whole bunch of different modes we can do with this thing. So for VPN, it says we can do OpenVPN or WireGuard, and it has our standard VPN protocols, PBTP, L2TP. And then there's the dimensions for the size. Over here on the back, really just talks about the 4 kind of bigger modes that you might use it for: router mode, hotspot mode, tethering mode, or client mode. And then on this side, it just kind of talks about some of the little easy specs there. So let's go ahead and open it. Maybe we're stuck. We gotta pull it out of the bottom here. The box doesn't want to give it up. There we go. Put that aside. Already looks nice. Shiny. Let's go ahead and pull this whole thing out because we probably have to get under here. And we do. So pull and try not to make a mess because it wants to make a mess. And then we have a paper here. I'm not going to show it on screen, but the side of the paper here has our default wireless SSID and password on how to get into it. And then inside the box here, we have our power adapter, wall plug, just USB, some paperwork on how to hook it up, and the warranty. So then we have some cables. It comes with a nice flat network cable. Looks like it's Cat 5e, so that's nice. And then we have a USB-C plug there. That's for the power. The router itself. So we'll pull it out of the plastic. And I'm already liking this compared to the old TP-Link wireless router that I've been using. So nice matte finish on the top. On the front here, we have, looks like maybe some fan grills. In the middle there, you probably can't see it, but there's, looks like it's going to be an LED light for when it's turned on, or if there's any issues. TP-Link on the side, more fan grills. On this side, some fun stuff there. We'll come back to that in a second. The bottom, more fan grills for airflow. It does have a nice rubber little pieces there that kind of keep it elevated so it can breathe. And then under my thumb here is all the default information on how to log into the router, etc. On the side kind of some cool stuff here. So we have a WPS button, which is this button here. It's hard to see. And then we have a slider here. The slider can go either 3 ways. All the way to the left is access point or repeater mode. In the middle is hotspot mode. And then on to the right is router mode. I think we would probably use this in router mode most of the time. Just depends on how the setup is when you go to connect to a Wi-Fi network or some sort of network when you're on the road. Every router has it differently of what they talk about. So then on the back here, we have our power port. Over here in the middle, it says 3G, 4G, USB. And that's where you can do like your hotspot tethering if you wanted to. And then you have your LAN and your WAN port. One thing that's really cool about these mini little kind of pocket travel routers is most of them you can power off of a power bank. So you don't actually need to, plug it into the wall. If you just need something like emergent and you need to set up a little hotspot for some friends, let's say you're, I don't know, at a hotel or something for PAX or TwitchCon or something, and you want to share the internet with your friends, you can just pop this guy up. And TP-Link usually has a really nice setting where you can share the wireless network via QR code, and then they can just scan the QR code and they can connect to your network. So that's really kind of a cool thing that TP-Link does that not a lot of other brands do that I've seen. So, and there you have it. That's our video on the TP-Link WR1502X wireless travel router. I appreciate your support. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you know when the next video drops. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, and keep doing good.